I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. I've got an all-star lineup that will make this week's Major League Baseball All-Star Game here in SoFlo even better. So time to
play ball!
Today on SoFlo Taste.
This is South Florida. It's where I live and work. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. South Florida is more than sun, sand, and sea. It's a lifestyle of fashion, sound, culture, and of course, food. Food with taste from all over the world. Join me as we celebrate the food of South Florida
And the people who love it.
Join me as we experience SoFlo Taste.
Hello fans, I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is here at Marlins Park this week. It's first time ever in SoFlo. The best baseball players in the business are here to take part in this summer classic. So I thought it would be fun to give you a menu that will hit a home run while you're watching all the hoopla surrounding the game on Tuesday night. So let's get cooking, or should I say play ball. Starting out, you gotta have brats and beer, right? So what I have before me, we've got mild Italian, spicy Italian, and then a couple of different brats. So I'm gonna throw in, I don't know, the mild, the spicy, and maybe a couple brats into your favorite pot. Just make sure that you have a nice close, tight fitting lid in whatever it is that you're using. And then you top it with some simple yellow onions that are nice thinly julienned, and put those over the top. And then I've got some mustard seeds, dry mustard seeds. You can get them at any good grocery store, and you put those over the top. And finally, your favorite potato for poaching or boiling. I would use something like a red bliss like these, or a really pretty smaller marble potato, and use those. And you just top that over everything else. This is great because everything cooks in one pot, so everything gets that lovely flavor. Finally, beer. That's what everything cooks in, because brats are made to cook in beer. At least that's what I was taught with my Green Bay Packer family. These are some good Pilsner. Obviously, the flavor that you will make in this pot will change a lot depending on the beer that you choose. So you turn it up, let it just come to a boil, you cover it, and just, I'm going to set it over on the side. We want a nice low simmer for a good 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to pull the sausages and continue cooking the potatoes. So the next thing I wanted to teach you is a Juicy Lucy burger. Supposedly, the Juicy Lucy comes from Minnesota, from like a bar in Minneapolis. All you need is some really good ground beef. Now this is from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. So you take about 2 ounces of ground beef, and I love using Ziploc bags, but you can obviously use some wax paper. And you basically are just going to press this. You can use a pounder if you want to, or you can just press it as I'm doing into really thin patties. And you really want it to come down to about 1/4 of an inch thick. All right, so it should look like this. And that is my first patty. And you really want to work with nice cold beef. And then take your second patty and do the same thing. Nice and flat, try to keep it round. I have American cheese because I went very traditional with my Juicy Lucy. So get that nice and thin. All right, so you take your cheese, and you can get crazy and go with 2 slices, but I don't know if the Juicy Lucy is going to stay intact if you do that. So I'm just going to go with 1. I'm getting safe here. So 1 slice of cheese right in the center, and then take your second patty and put it right over the top. Now the most important thing here is the sealing of the edges. You don't want any open pockets. You don't want anything open here. You really want to seal it. So it's a pretty nice sized burger. It's only 4 ounces. I made 3 of them. It took me 5 minutes, and I like to set them in the fridge when I make it. So I'm going to put this one down and cook one of these because it's nice and cold. So just a little bit of vegetable oil, pan spray, whatever you got. So I'm going to season one of these patties with some salt and cracked black pepper. I like to warm my burger buns in the tiniest bit of butter, so I'll be doing that as my burger cooks. I'm just going to go top down first. So the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest bit of oil. I know I'm using a non-stick, but just to make sure it doesn't stick, let's go down in the pan. Now, Juicy Lucy cannot be served rare because you will not have of course, the beautiful melt of the cheese. So you want to cook this to about a medium. Now you can cook this on a griddle. You can probably cook it on a grill. I'd be a little scared because you don't want oozing American cheese on the grill. You're going to hate me for that. So I personally like the idea of a griddle or a saute pan. So I'm just going to let that go. Let me show you all the toppings I've got. I don't think there's anything better than iceberg lettuce shredded for a burger. So I brought some of that. My typical suspects for my burger are yellow mustard and then some ketchup. Let's take a look at how our sausages are coming. So look how beautiful. My onions are getting nice and soft. Potatoes still have a little while, but my sausages are probably pretty close to being done. Beautiful. So flip your bun. Make sure you get your bun nice and toasty on both sides. I like to put lettuce on the bottom of my burger. So I hold my lettuce in with just a little bit of mayonnaise. Stack some iceberg on that. And then on the top of the bun, which is nice and warm right now, it's so soft, I've got my mayo, my ketchup. I don't know, if I don't have cheese and condiments, I just don't eat a burger. I don't see why to bother with it, but I'm a good old-fashioned girl. Let's go ahead and take this out of here and put it right onto our lettuce and top it off. You know what? I think I need to cut this in half to see how it looks in the middle. Let's see how we do. Oh, we did so good. So this is a true Juicy Lucy. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is the part where you leave and I enjoy and come back and we'll have some sausages ready, but I'm not gonna miss this bite for anything in the world. See you guys in a minute.
SoFlo Taste will return right after this.